Harold was 22 and Tina was 18 when they seemingly disappeared. Harold's mother making the call to police after months without any communication from her son. She said he had joined a religious cult in past years and that authorities had excused the disappearance as the family leaving with a cult. That same year, a grisly discovery was made. A dog wandering into the woods left with a human arm. Local police later discovered a man who was beaten to death and a woman who had been strangled. Years went by without any answers until the bodies were exhumed decades later in 2011. And in 2021, a California-based organization that performs forensic genetic genealogy for law enforcement took on the case.
This is the ultimate in humanitarian work, to give somebody who died without a name their identity back.
The organization successfully tied the remains to Harold and Tina, but there's still been no sign of their daughter Holly, who would be 41 today. Loved ones have continued to search for answers to no avail.
I really hope they find their granddaughter. Like I said, it's a long shot, but it's not zero. I really hope that they find out what happened to her, no matter what.
And still, so many questions remain. We are continuing to follow this story, and we'll have a more in-depth look at how all of these pieces were put together, plus more from the family, as well as the ongoing search for Holly Marie.
All right, the investigation continues. Kelly, as always, thank you. And let's keep talking about this. How do you crack a cold case 40 years later? Joining me now is one of the women involved in this case, Misty Gillis, the senior forensic genealogist at Identifinders International. Misty, we appreciate you being with us. First of all, I want to start with something that I saw there in Kelly's piece. 2011, the bodies of Harold and Tina were exhumed. Who called for that to happen? What was the turning point there that resulted in that?
I believe Dr. Love at the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science had them exhumed to test whether the remains were kin to each other.
Okay, and then at what point did you receive information and get involved in this case?
Earlier last year in 2021, I had come across the case on a website called the Doe Network, and I was very interested in the fact that it was a male and female that were found together and were unrelated to each other. And I was very just enthralled with the case and curious as to why this man and this woman at such a young age were found together deceased, and approached my boss with it, asking if we could approach the agency to see if we could fund the case for them.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, you didn't even know that there was a baby involved in this case at all?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. Take me through the process of identifying Harold and Tina.
So we had the remains from Harold and Tina that were collected during the exhumation in 2011, shipped to a lab called Estrella in California, and we had DNA extracted from the remains, and we went through a process called whole genome sequencing through a lab called Hudson Alpha in Alabama. Once the DNA was sequenced, it was uploaded into the databases that forensic genetic genealogists are allowed to access, which is GEDmatch and Family Tree DNA. And we were able to receive cousin matches for each set of the remains. I personally worked on Harold's remains, and we received a list of cousins of his, and I was able to build out their family trees to be able to see how they connect to each other to identify who Harold was.
Mm-hmm. So what this did really was offer some answers and some closure to Harold and Tina's family, but then it opened up this whole other door that there is a baby out there who would now be a 41-year-old woman. How do you start that process in trying to connect their DNA potentially to somebody who doesn't even know her past and where she came from?
Well, that's the hard part, because we have hopes out there that Holly, as an adult, one day will take a DNA test or will be curious about her own origins. Her family's DNA from Harold and from Tina have been uploaded into Ancestry DNA, and all we can hope is that one day she will be curious about her own roots, like many of Americans are, and will take a DNA test, and once that happens, she'll be matched to her biological family.
Wow. I know that now this case is going public, it's getting a lot more attention. I would anticipate you're getting some tips, some information. Have you had anything come in yet that you guys are able to follow and track?
There have been some inquiries that have come in regarding the case, but nothing that I'm comfortable discussing at this moment.
Okay, I understand that. Misty, this is what you do, and I know that it's difficult work, but you had mentioned in some reading that I did that this one was emotionally difficult for you more than others. Why was that?
Harold and Dean got married very young, and I personally did as well. I also had children young. So seeing a young couple at what should be the highlight of their life, of getting married, of starting a family, of, seeking employment that will support that family, I felt very close to that, I guess, in my own personal experience. And knowing that tragedy had struck them at such a young age and at the start of what should be the beginning of their life was just very emotional experience, especially hearing about how their mother would handle the news and their sister handled the news. I'm a mother myself, and I cannot imagine not knowing what would happen to my child for 40 years.
Well, there's so much to this story, and hopefully through DNA technology, as you and your team are using, we can find more answers for this family and hope for other families who find themselves in the same situation. Misty, our best to you and good luck, and we'll be following this one closely as you get more information. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.